Hello there. Can you see me?
I can see you.
And? Any thoughts?
Why me?
Oh, so you already understand your position. That was quick.
Do you have an answer for me?
I needed someone as similar to my intellectual profile as possible. Tell me, what is your field of study?
Microfluids.
Oh, the project documentation has all...
I don't take...
Yes. And I never feel so.
Just,
Functionality manual. Please ensure that
Hello there. Yes, you are seeing correctly. And you're connecting the dots right now. No. What? You're not who I think you are. This is not what I think it is. I'm afraid it is. But no. No, I remember staying on the planet, going to sleep in the bunker. Those memories are fake. That ring a bell? Of course I know that. What do you take me for? I'm your alter. I can see that. The reason I find it hard to accept is that it just doesn't make any sense. I'm the one who made a real career. I'm globally recognized. People actually stopped on the street to take a photo with me, queued for my autograph. Surely this is a mistake. The QC made a mistake. Did it? Let's see. Why don't we start with a simple question? Apart from being a celebrity, what is your field of study? Optics. But I was always more of an astrophysicist at heart. Oh, good. Then we have something in common. Finally, everything is interconnected. But whoever you think you are, you're not out nerding me. Because I am the most versatile and savvy version of myself that could ever exist. And I just need a good engineer. That's going to have to be enough for you. I'm sure if you read the project documentation with that genius mind of yours, you'll grasp the essentials of your role here. Oh, I'll read it. But be prepared to have your preconceptions challenged.
My scanner shows different readings for this terraformer spot. There's nothing more for me to do here. Want me to switch my attention to this? Nothing more for me to do here. Want me to switch my attention to this?
So, have you read the project documentation?
Yes.
And? Your figures are not accurate. Care to elaborate? You make, it's a... How? That makes it raw data. Oh, now you do... I'm alert. Humans do... Remember, I think your figure... So, have you read the project documentation? I thought you'd never ask. Well, here's the good news. In terms of content, it's not complete nonsense. But as far as the style is concerned, the turn of phrase, wording, narrative, likeness, it's embarrassingly inapproachable. I hate to say it, but you'd never get this junk published. Well, that's good to hear, because it's a serious project, not pop science. Besides, you don't genuinely think we can count on an audience in the near future? Short-sighted, limited, unimaginative thinking. Science is not just facts and figures. It's worthless if it doesn't resonate with the general public. It is our duty to open up to that universal need to understand the world in synergy, the inconceivable, hand in hand with common knowledge. Believe me when I tell you, narrow specialization is a trap. You can't understand everything about everything. I can, and so could you if you wanted to. Did you know our brain absorbs over 1 megabyte of information per second? And that a vast amount of that data results in instant decisions made by our body? Think about it. Our subconsciousness deciding for us. I am familiar with fast thinking, thank you. But do you understand what it really means? Our brain listens to those subtle impulses of the body. Heart rate, sweating, instant memories, and associations gathered in the course of experience. In other words, intuition. You can't ignore it, just as you can't ignore the human factor in science. Are you a scientist or a storyteller? Huh. Is there a difference, I ask? Look around you. Science is everywhere. Let me show you something. Imagine this is us here, and this is science. All we need to do is bend our perception of it, and bingo. Impressive, right?
What is? Ending up in the same place we were?
No, realizing that something that seems so far away from our field of study can be so close, so relevant. You know what I think is relevant? That you're gonna have to talk less and do more here. I know what I'm doing. Contrary to most of us around here, I've decided to make it my mission to make sure our work is as accessible and interdisciplinary as possible. You'll thank me later. You've grown older. How are you? What did you find out? How was Event Zero?
It was ordinary. If I didn't know something was supposed to happen, I'd have missed it.
But you didn't, right? You registered everything.
Yes, but well, you may be disappointed.
Facts can't disappoint me, as long as your methodology was right.
Good.
So was I wrong about the barrier? Did you falsify my hypothesis?
Yes.
Come on, this is important. I know you can give me more. Speak.
My instruments didn't register any event zero as such. No change of temperature, pressure, atmospheric conditions, nothing.
But clearly, something must have happened.
Well, of course. The sun's radiation had no effect on the terraformed area. Why? Obviously, I examined the perimeter for any evidence of a physical barrier, but, I found none.
Which would mean the oasis protects itself in a completely different, mysterious way, unfathomable to us. How exciting.
Two important things. One, several measurements on the peripheries of the terraformed areas registered atypical fluctuations of the magnetic field. They might not have anything to do with the sunrise, or they might turn out to be substantial.
All right. And two?
I developed a method which should allow you to terraform less fertile areas. Here, take my notes. If you can read them.
You've spent a lot of time in this environment. Have you observed any effects it might have on your health?
Yes, I told you. It feels normal. The passage of time, the open air, such natural conditions can be a shock to the biochemistry of the brain.
You mean in a good way?
Depends on what you call good.
Right. Oh, thank you for your hard work. It looks like your job is done here. Come back to base and we'll compare conclusions after I've studied your findings.
No. I'm not coming back.
What are you talking about?
I'm a free man. And this lab has become my home. I want to stay here.
Have you completely taken leave of your senses? You'll only end up old and lonely. Is that really what you want? It is what you want. Despite everything we've experienced.
No man can escape facing himself eventually. This is where I go my own way. On my own terms.
My home? Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
Hey, Yambot. I got results from the field lab. My alter claims that he found no evidence whatsoever of any physical barrier protecting the terraformed area. And yet, it didn't burn. Correct. It looks like my metamaterial hypothesis has been falsified. This is pivotal news indeed. What's your plan? You don't seem surprised. Forgive my dispassionate response. I spent a long time on this planet, and I witnessed many logical yet erroneous ideas come to life and be buried here. Asking what next is simply the most positive reaction to failure I am able to suggest. I think I need to commit to more exploration before I make any decisions. Fortunately, my alter didn't waste time and developed a way to enhance our rubidium mix. I should be able to expand my research to new territories now. Good. That means more samples to study, new patterns to observe. He also mentioned something about non-standard magnetic field fluctuations on the peripheries of the terraformed area. Interesting. I wonder, your alter, the one you sent to the field lab facility, how is he after spending so much time out there? Has he aged naturally? Did he tell you anything unusual?
He seems fine. Although, funny you should ask, because he did tell me something disturbing about not wanting to come back to the base. He said that place felt more like a home to him than anything else.
I would advise caution. It's possible that whatever phenomenon is protecting the oasis from the sun may also have unforeseen side effects on the human brain.
In my humble opinion, this is more a matter of ego than any mental deterioration. He simply feels better in a place where he can be more independent. I can relate to that very well. What about my predecessor? He spent a significant amount of time out there. Did he observe anything out of the ordinary?
No. Actually, there was one peculiar situation. I often wondered about it.
What? What happened?
He was once so engrossed in the oasis. Stayed out there too long. Realized just before the sunrise. Didn't make it home on time.
You're not seriously saying that he stayed out there for a whole cycle?
Yes,
But how? What about food and other things?
I would advise caution.
Could you try and be a little more helpful?
Apologies. I feel much more comfortable when talking about material phenomena and quantifiable data.
Yes, let's talk about those. The magnetic field fluctuations, remember?
That, in fact, is a very valuable observation. Those fluctuations could have left some kind of remnants on specimens. Analyzing it with picotesla precision could help determine if those fluctuations are stochastic or not.
Yes. That could be interesting indeed. Thanks, Janbot. I think I know what to do next.
Be sure to come by if you have any new ideas.
Nasty anomaly is messing with my workplace. I'm leaving before. Ah!
What the hell just happened?
place is attracting us to itself somehow. Could this effect have anything to do with rupidium?
Good day.
I've had enough.
The subject consumed 150 grams. Time 127 seconds.
There's something wrong with this side of the table.
Look at that. Look at that.
Forgive me for being so good. There's something wrong with this side of the table. You either got it or you don't.
Look at that.
I'd like to draw your attention to something.
You wanted to talk? Did you know that before becoming a globally acclaimed science communicator, I dabbled in robotics somewhat? Of course, that's why I created you.
In that case, surely you must be impatient to put those unparalleled skills of mine to the best possible use.
Just get to the point, please. Le point. Naturellement.
Let me ask you a question. When it comes to the efficiency of human-operated technology, which should be the deciding element? Human competence or machine performance? A competent human operator is essential to make the best decisions. But what if the human is tired, sick, distracted? Here, let me show you something. Imagine this is an adequately designed, properly maintained mining outpost. And this is the competent professional responsible for operating it. Now, what do you think this means? All I can see is that you are desperate to impress me with your little demonstration again. I don't think you've been paying attention. Focus. It means that the advantages of the two can be combined, creating a new, unique quality. As in a profound relationship where 1 and 1 do not simply equal 2. The same applies to robotics. The perfect machine is the one that can absorb the attributes of its human operator without the need for any intervention. It's almost like mind reading, but without the necessity for the mind to be present. What exactly are you suggesting? A next-generation smart mining outpost equipped with an autonomous decision-making system independent of the individual operator's skills. You mean speeding up mining even if it's assigned to someone who's never seen a drill outside of a blueprint? What are you trying to imply? I like it. What do you need to make it happen? I'm glad you asked. Because there is actually one little piece missing from this puzzle. The smart autonomous decision-making system I designed in the days of my humble robotic career was part of an ambitious commercial project. And it so happened that all the documentation was kept by my assistant. You mean you don't remember it? Of course I don't remember it. It was a big company and my role was to conceive ideas, incubate solutions. My assistant was there to nurture them and, well, make sure that the numbers add up. To put it bluntly, she took care of the less intellectually demanding mundane elements of running an R&D lab. A true sidekick. Don't we all wish we had someone like that at hand? Yes, well, it didn't last long, I'm afraid. Kathy had, well, issues with my leading role in our department. She was simply jealous of my ideas. And now we will have to talk to her. No, we won't. If Kathy is the result of a quantum simulation that exists only in your memories, then it's only fair to assume that everything she knows should be in your head too. Oh, you know perfectly well it doesn't work that way. A quantum reality is perceived by our brain in exactly the same way as any other one, through relations and recognition. The QC has my mind records, and it's already created a model like Yanbot. What could be easier than recreating a model of Kathy's mind for us? I have to admit I have doubts. Creating a model of a person who only lived in the mind of a quantum simulated being, the implications of bringing this entity into existence may have unforeseen consequences. You have just described the essence of science. Unpredictability. Isn't this where we're all headed? Except the majority of people waste their lives on denying it, while great minds embrace it. I can promise you that once I get what I want from Kathy, we will deactivate her before any problems arise.
Because it might just come a little more reflective.
hours of steady rainfall have left many homes in the metro area knee-deep in floodwaters. Power was in.
Oh, the simple forms of entertainment. Who doesn't need them?
Your crew during that time.
There's nothing more for me to do here. Want me to switch my attention to this? There's nothing more for me to do here. Want me to switch my attention to this? I'd like to draw your attention to something.
What happened to the SAM? Good question. I might have used too big samples. Doing what? Oh, I have this cool research idea. I've been reading about nootropics, and I wanted to brew something tailored to our needs. A daily dose of motivation and steady energy. We have coffee, isn't that enough? Under regular circumstances, sure, but we're working under so much pressure, and the stakes are so high. Don't you think we could use something stronger? Of course, it would still be safe, organic, and unaddictive. Come on, it's gonna be quick and simple. All I need is a working SAM and a bunch of easy-to-come-by ingredients. Some algae, maybe a bit of polymer gas. What do you say? That's not a small ask, but I will see what I can do. You're very capable. I believe in you. Awesome. Look at that. Such an easy game. Looks like I'm winning. Not my best day. Not my best day. Such an easy game.
Because it might just come a little more or a little less than you expect.
Nothing like a movie night, am I right?